Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to look at, in particular, driving downhill, and one area that all great drivers, I'd say all drivers in general, have in trying to attack defenders, how they go about doing it, and the simplest way we can make it. Let's go. So the first thing we want to notice is when drivers go downhill, the overarching theme is they want to attack the high leg. So we're going to see multiple types of crossovers, multiple types of going from side to side, but the idea is they're always going to be attacking this high leg. And you see this over and over again until our last example. That's going to be the final building block. That's like kind of the culmination of all these ideas. Now, first off, the reason that attacking the high leg works in particular is because it's a lot easier to move directionally if you're facing forward. So like if you think of you running in a straight line, you can go one way or the other, and it's easy to change that direction like Kobe White does right there. It's much more difficult if you're backpedaling to change between the 45 angles of both way or the other, because you have to flip your hips. The human body is not built to flip the hips right there, which is why Tyus Jones got stuck and had to go the long way around. Now, every drive is built upon this simple concept. Because the human body can't react as quickly, it gives you an athletic edge if you're able to shift your hips faster than the opponent can, which means here, as Matas Buzelis attacks Luka Doncic, he's essentially trying to attack Luka's hips. So right now, this is Luka's high leg, so he's going to get him over here, which is going to shift Luka's position to be the opposite way, and then he's going to attack the new high leg as Luka was pivoting, and now Luka. It takes a long time to pivot this way, versus Matas can just go downhill, and that gives Matas the inside edge, and he's able to finish it. And so many coaches spend so much time trying to teach developmental moves to attack your defender or something like that, instead of teaching the concept of attacking the high leg and using that concept to understand what works and what doesn't work. Like Anthony Edwards with the spin here after he crossed over, both attacking the high leg. So my overarching premise is that it doesn't really matter the moves that you know, as long as you know one really well and you can operate on that one very, very well and use it to essentially beat the opponent. So far now we've seen just a regular crossover between the legs, seen behind the back, and we've seen spin moves. And now we're going to look at the in and out, which does the same concept just in a more closed area. So we're watching Ingram right here. Kuminga, what's the high leg? He's going to attack this high leg. Okay, so how's he going to attack it? He doesn't even need to actually dribble, but he attacked it by faking like he's going to go that way. Ingram steps slightly, and then he has no time to be able to pivot, while Kuminga just takes the one step to get downhill. Simply forcing the defender to shift hips whatsoever gives you the edge. You saw just a quick pivot and a pivot back by Ingram, and it's already too late because Kuminga just simply has to take those two steps to win the battle. Get them to shift their hips, and you win the battle. In the next game you watch, whether it be high school, college, NBA, whatever it is, watch how they go about attacking the defender, and all the time you see them trying to attack the hips like that. So just one shift makes them move this way and attacks the fact that Paul George can't rotate anymore and uses that to get the edge downhill. And this is actually a really nice dunk, but this is actually incredible defense, frankly, honestly, too. Okay, so high leg is right here. And so Amen Thompson wants to attack the high leg. So we saw first off he attacked it one this way and then moved back when the high leg switched, and then he's going to come back this way as well. So you see, as you get higher level in the NBA, they attack multiple areas where they attack one way, then the other way, then the other way to create just essentially edge after edge after edge. And frankly, the fact that the Knicks defender right here is able to recover and semi-contest this ball is unbelievable athletic ability. But obviously, Amen Thompson, like going downhill like that, created the ideal edge in the first place. So then the last one we're going to look at is Ja Morant. And I think this is kind of like the final building block. So here, the high leg is Moody. And so Ja Morant actually doesn't go that direction. However, simply the fake that you are going to go that direction causes issues with the defense, because Moody right here, you can see that he thinks Ja Morant is going to go back this way. And so he is off balance this way because he's getting prepared to have to swing this leg. Because he's off balance, Ja Morant is able to simply go the way he was originally facing and is able to exploit that and beat him easily. And so while this looks like Ja Morant just like out sprints Moses Moody, instead it's simply playing on this idea that he is going to attack this far leg over here, and Moody gambles a little bit trying to anticipate it, and instead Ja Morant just keeps going in the direction he was facing and beats him for a great finish. Lo and behold, I think coaches often make these kinds of things more complicated than they need to be, but if you simplify it, you can understand much more easily what it takes for great players to be great. and for them to get downhill and finish with efficiency, especially around good defenders. Simply attacking the high leg and making sure to turn the defender's hips one way or the other can give you the edge on offense for sure. If you enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe, but most importantly, have a blessed rest of your day.